It's a special edition today on the weekend entertainment segment of the weekend show. So far, so good. Oluchi, David have been doing a whole lot of discussions on the current pandemic situation right here in the world, or in Nigeria, actually. But then today, I have somebody who is probably going to deviate a little bit from the pandemic, and we'll have to discuss maybe a little bit about entertainment, and that's where I come in. My name is Amaka Ubeche. Welcome to the Weekend Entertainment segment. How are you all doing? Now today, I call it a special edition because it's a birthday bash for someone my guest today is celebrating, and that's why I decided to bring him up today to talk a little bit about himself and what he does. He's actually a cinematographer and a filmmaker who has worked with Nonso Kelechi, Emeka Nwafo, Ebere Moses, who shot movies that brought the likes of Genevieve Naji, Aki and Popo into the limelight. And that's why he is also a director of one of the flagship programs in ABS, Ogamba. I'm talking none other but Stanley Onuegbu. Thank you very much, Stanley, for joining me.
Welcome. Thank you, Amaka Ubeche. I'm very much excited to be in your show this morning. My name is Stanley Onuegbu. I'm a Nigerian cinematographer, an ABS cinematographer. You know, it's really interesting to be in the cinematography.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. Okay, so Stanley's birthday is today, but we're going to get to know a little bit about that, but we need to know who Stanley is first. So you have to tell us about you. Who is Stanley?
Okay, I'm Stanley. You know, Stanley. I'm from Anambra State here.
Okay.
My local government is Oka North local government. I was born in Anambra State. Then I spent my childhood in Cross River State, where I gained some of the experience. Then moved to Lagos, where I started working with some of the filmmakers, like Planet Movies. I work with Planet Movies.
Okay.
You know, I gained some of my exposure there in the film industry over there in Lagos. You know, all my time, I've spent my time in National Theatre in Lagos, the Artist Village.
Yeah.
You know, mingled a lot of filmmakers, actors. You know, we go for audition, do some film stuffs like that, you know.
Okay, so you've been telling us a whole lot about you, how you started, how you went into movie making, theater, how you worked with other actors and actresses out there. But I need to know, first of all, what inspired cinematography for you?
Okay,
how
wow.
Did it start?
What inspired me, actually, you know, it's something I started from childhood. You know, I love, you know, images. I love using the camera.
Okay.
There was one of the little camera, those, you know, small cameras in those days. I have it as a kid. You know, I use it to take pictures. You know, it's so fascinating for me when I see pictures that I take. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. You know, so I begin to nurse this, you know, passion within me.
Passion, yeah.
You know, I begin to nurse it. Started growing up. You know, some experiences came, you know, coming up, and you know, like that.
Okay, so we know as a cinematographer in the industry, there are a whole lot of challenges out there.
Yeah.
So how did you get to overcome some of them, and what were these challenges for you?
Okay, first of all, I would like to, you know, state the challenges. One of the challenges I faced was, you know, acceptance.
Okay.
You know, people, you know, professionals being able to, you know, believe in you.
Okay.
You know, accepting you into the industry. Like this guy can be creative. This guy can, you know, give the standard, you know, that is being demanded, you know, because there's a standard in the industry.
Okay.
You know, so this is one of the challenges I faced, you know, the acceptance first. But I think I've conquered that now, you know. I did a lot of free jobs, you know. You have to do free jobs. You have to do free jobs. To get the experience, to get the acceptance, you know, for people to be able to, you know that this guy has something to do. He has something to offer.
Okay,
you know.
So before we get to you working with ABS now,
Yeah.
You are celebrating your birthday.
Yeah.
But I need to know how many years you've been doing what you're doing,
okay.
Officially and unofficially.
Okay. How many years I've been doing what I'm doing?
Yeah. How many years have you been in the industry now?
Let me just say, 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah.
That's
10
a
years,
long time.
10 years.
Okay, so let's talk about ABS, Anambra Broadcasting Service.
ABS.
You work as a director
Cinematographer.
and a cinematographer,
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you produce one of the ABS programs,
Yeah.
Ogamba.
Yeah.
Okay, Ogamba.
Ogamba.
Tell me a little bit about that show, that program.
Okay, wow. It's really a wonderful show. You know,
Okay.
it's one of the best shows I like doing here in ABS.
Yeah, I watch it almost every time on
why?
screen.
Because it makes me, because I don't like sitting, in one place.
Okay.
I like moving around. So it's one of the shows that, gives me the platform to move around, you know,
Okay.
because I have this much energy. So I like moving around to exercise my energy. If I stay in one place, I get bored.
Okay.
So that's one of, and it's really, you know, a nice show, you know, very entertaining, very educative. And I think through the show, we've been able to get some awards
Yeah.
and, you know, some recommendations. You know, it's really a big one.
Okay, so when you got recommendations from Ogamba, how
Yeah.
did you feel?
I
Were you
feel so-
expecting those kind of recommendations?
You know, at the onset, I never expected it, but I foresaw the future. That's why I even embraced the show, because when we started the show, it was very challenging. You know, it was very challenging starting the first production. You know, but when we started doing it, you know, started having fun along the
Yeah.
line. You know, so.
Okay,
And
good. So Stanley Onuegbu right here is still with me in the studio, and we are discussing a little bit about himself and what he does as a cinematographer. We're going to take a little clip now to get to know Stanley more, and then when we eventually come back, Stanley is going to be telling us more about himself. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ideas are everything. We are nothing without an idea. So I go where ideas lead. Your desire of ever becoming a star starts from hard work. If not star, it won't shine at the top. Legendary won't be the history if there's no place for origin. No matter where you are, start there. My name is Stanley Onuegbu. I'm a Nigerian cinematographer.
His name is Stanley Onuegbu, but I, Jack Neko, I call him Mr. Stan.
And this guy is a great guy because when it comes to anything cinematography, this guy gives you the very best.
Match ones are really the best. And that's why Stanley is the best and can't be compared to anyone. He's second to none.
Stanley is loving, he's caring, man, he's just the best. When I mean the best, he's just the best.
Do you have any match one as a friend? Then keep him or her, because I tell you they are the best set of persons to have as friends. And I've also gone in match. And the good thing about match ones is that we are passion driven. We always set our goals and we go for it. Like we don't take no advice, and that's motivational. One good thing about us is quitting is never an option. It has never been an option to me, and I'm so much assured that it's never an option for Stanley.
Stanley is a very, very, very hardworking man. When I mean hardworking, man, Stanley is hardworking to the core.
That is the kind of person he is. Not someone that has much of friends. He doesn't believe in too many friends. He believes in having few who can impact your life positively, few who can influence you, few who can lead you to the path of your goal.
Stanley. As far as I'm concerned, whenever I hear the name Stanley, not just here in ABS or anywhere, what strikes my mind first is creativity and someone that makes my job easier for me. Whenever I see Stanley staying in one place, if he's not busy thinking about the next shot to take, you know, this is the kind of person I like to have on my set, you know, like when it comes to cinematography. You know, me as an editor, when it comes to this media industry, the first person that you have to work with is the cinematographer. And for Stanley here is one of the persons that, you know, in the industry, he makes the work very, very, very easy for me. You know, when it comes to editing, sometimes the cinematographer can make or mar you. Because when they get in the job, you know, you might find it difficult if the person is not a professional. And for Stanley, yes, I think over the years that I have worked with videos, he has been making the work easy for me. Sometimes the work even doesn't need to lead it. Like when I look at the work, like the shot, the record is that he has done. Sometimes when I put it on my Premiere Pro, I don't feel like doing anything. I'll just be watching. I'll just be looking at the job. I'll just be smiling to myself that this is just what I need, like no correction. The only thing I have to do is just assemble it on the Premiere Pro, and voila, the work is already done. Unlike some other cinematographers that when they bring your work, when they bring their work to you, you just look at the job and you just be like, girl, what kind of shit is this? As for Stanley, he's exceptional on this part. And that's why I always talk of him. Whenever they give me a recording, a shot, and they say that the person that handled the work is Stanley, I always feel relaxed, knowing that it's gonna be an easy work for me. And that's what we're talking about, the professionalism of a particular skill. I always envy him because me as an editor, sometimes we like to handle cameras. Yes, he's one of the person I do envy because whenever he's making these moves, like all these cinematographers, the way they move when they're on set, when they're on record, I used to envy him a lot because he's good at what he's doing, and I really, really appreciate him for that.
And Stan is one very good cinematographer that I am proud of. It's someone who wants to bring out the best in everything he does. He's someone who has learned his work and learned it perfectly. He's someone who always comes up with new ideas every time. He wants to do new things. He wants to discover new things. Even when people don't believe in him, he will always stand and do that idea that he has developed and make sure he brings it into reality. If the idea works successfully, fine. If it doesn't work out as a plan, he has learned from it too.
He's one of the best cinematographers I've ever been on.
So it's someone I'm proud of, it's someone that I'm happy to know. And I want to use this video also to wish you a very happy birthday.
I really want to thank God for his life. I really want to use this wonderful opportunity to tell him to keep up with whatever he's doing. He's good at what he's doing and I'm proud of that. So on this note I say, happy birthday to you guys. You're a good nigga. Just keep it up, bro.
Happy birthday, Stanley.
Stanley, Onuegbu from me, Charles Charjo, I wish you a very, very happy birthday and long life and also prosperity.
A shout out to my friend Stanley. Happy birthday.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that is why we have decided to discuss the life and time of a renowned cinematographer who has brought creativity into what he actually does. And he's still here with me in the studios to still discuss a little bit about himself. Remember that we're doing a birthday special for none other but Stanley Onuegbu. Thank you very much for joining me once again on the studio.
Thank you, Amaka.
Okay, so we have been discussing, and a lot of people seem to have a lot of good testimonies about you and your works. How do you feel about that?
I feel great. You know, life is all about relationship.
Okay.
You know, the impact you make in the people you meet every day is very important. And these people, they are speaking based on experience. You know, I try to, impact something, share ideas with anybody I meet. That's why, sometimes people don't understand how I have, a lot of friends, even the female ones, but they don't know there is something that I do that makes the whole thing unique. It's not all about, it's not all about meeting people. It's all about the impact you make. What are you able to leave in the person's life? That's very important, and that's what I try to do every day.
Okay, so you're trying to make an impact every day. What and what have you done so far to be able to upgrade yourself in your field?
Okay, I do some, personal study,
Okay.
Personal research, then also, learn from others, from other professionals in the field. I do that a lot. Most times I just come around some of my guys, just trying to see what they are doing. and I add it to what I know. You understand? So that's how I try to improve myself.
Okay, so how do you see the visual industry in general in the Southeast, especially in Anambra State? How do you see the impact?
Wow, it's really a wonderful one, and most especially, I would like to link it up to the ABS here.
Okay.
Working here as an ABS cinematographer, it's really a nice experience.
Okay.
I was able to have this exposure, having access to multiple facilities, much sophisticated digital facilities, and which was possible by His Excellency Governor Willie Obiano. I really appreciate his effort making this place how it is today. Because if not that, some of our young cinematographers, young people in the media industry will not be able to explore their talents.
Yeah.
You understand? So I really want to appreciate the governor for putting up this facility,
Okay, so what's going to be your advice to people out there?
My advice to people out there is to, keep doing what they are doing, what they believe in. It doesn't matter who believes in you, because I personally, some people didn't believe in me. They didn't believe in me. They said it's a wayward something. They didn't believe in me, but here I am. I'm doing what I'm doing, and I love what I'm doing. That's just the thing. Just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't stop. Keep moving.
Okay. Don't stop, keep moving. And this is where we are going to be rounding up the entertainment segment of the weekend show. Thank you so much to my lovely guest, Stanley Onuegbu, for being right here in the studio to do this special edition.
Thank you, Amaka.
I wish you all the best.
I wish you too.
Okay, so remember that coronavirus is real. Stay safe, stay at home. And this is where I'll be rounding up the segment. Remember that David and Oluchi will be back here with social media trends. So don't go anywhere. The weekend show continues. We'll be right back.